So let's start. What I found primarily was that when it comes to the classification of non-readers, there are really three characteristics that you're going to see. For lack of better terms, I've said that these kids are PD, ED, and LD. PD, ED, and LD. Now, before I get to what PD stands for, let me just take a moment and tell you a little bit about reading research. Reading is the most researched topic in all of education. And yet, if we were to take the nation's 12 leading reading experts, put them in a room, and ask them to agree on the definition of reading and how it should be taught, they'd never come out of the room. There is a broad difference of opinion. That said, I want you to understand what failure-free reading's definition of reading is, and that is gaining meaning from the printed page. When you work with your students, if they are not reading fluently, if they are not comprehending what is in front of them, if they are not demonstrating to you that they have a knowledge of what it is you're asking them to read, then no reading is taking place. So, definition of reading, gaining meaning from the printed page. The second thing I have to tell you before I get to those characteristics is reading's one universal reading research fact. Again, reading is the most researched topic in all of education. Literally thousands of articles are published yearly. But if I could come up with one summary reading research fact, it would be this. All reading programs work, but they don't work for all students. There is no published study ever in the teaching of reading to show one program 100% effective with all students in all situations. That said, what we're trying to say is that we have to find what works best for all students and use a variety of different methods. Failure-free is an exciting approach for non-readers and even struggling readers, and our success rate is 85% or higher. But we're not perfect, and there is still room for improvement. So that's what failure-free does. Failure-free is a highly structured language development program designed to give the students the skills that they're going to need in order to comprehend. So now, they're PD, they're ED, and they're LD. Phonetically deaf, environmentally denied, language deprived. That's the bad news.